Okay, back to t-tests for one sample, the procedure for this week. This is probably going to be a very short clip, but it's a very important one. And what I want to impart to you is that t-tests for one sample are going to involve two types or sources of t-values. So you're going to be working with, or more specifically comparing, two different t-values, and those t-values will come from two different sources. The first source, as you can see, is, or I shouldn't say the first, it's one source. One source of t-value comes from the t-table. So in order to choose the correct t-value from the table, you will need to know how to do that. We'll go over that in just a minute. We're going to refer to that t-value that comes from the table as tabled t, right? Because it will be a t-value that comes from the t-table. So that's one source, or one type of t-value that you will need to understand how to obtain when doing a t-test for one sample. The other type of t-value comes from your data, or the information that you're given. So in other words, you're going to need to know how to calculate a t-value from your data. And we will refer to that t-value as data generated t, hopefully for obvious reasons, because that t-value will come from your data. So in summary, in order to conduct a t-test for one sample, you are going to use, or more specifically compare, two types of t-values, two sources of t-values. You're going to have to find the correct t-value from the t-table, that's referred to as tabled t, and you will also need to know how to calculate a t-value from your data, and that's referred to as data generated t. And again, although this is mentioned in a previous YouTube clip, t-values of any type, whether they come from the table or whether they come from your data, are units of standard error.